You see what I'm saying? It's being recorded as we speak of it now. It's being recorded in the heaven. This is all new. Because we had kingdoms where we ruled when in captivity under the other nation. Several times throughout the scriptures. That's all written. This here is being written as we perform it today. So we don't got no scripture to look back on what's happening right now today. In the future, yeah. But that's what the Lord says. This has never have happened before.
Yeah, this is the craziest captivity ever.
Right. And this is in the new birth, the captivity with the captivity. You being born in the captivity. But what it is, you're not gaining the physical, materialistic, and the rulership of the earth, because the earth is in a form of dying. The Lord has to revitalize all that with Christ and the angels. And most of you ain't being reborn because you're not given that consciousness. And see, that's a physical and a spiritual thing that must happen to you. I'll be walking down the street and I see gargoyles pass by my eye. Not physical, but in my mind. And I say, oh shit. It just be a spirit that comes to my spiritual mind because I'm not seeing. Right? And then I'll be walking, then another spirit said to me, witness. And I said, wait a minute. Witness? That's a conscious thought. That's the angel or the spirit of the Lord talking to your mind. So I said, yeah, I'm the witness. I'm witnessing what's happening of the changing of the rulership of the earth and the witnessing of my own personal birth. Not yours, mine. So Jehovah's Witness, they ain't the witness. I am the witness of Israel being born again. Because I am Israel.
We the witnesses.
Yeah, but personally, some of you are not. You're the witness, but personally, you're not getting the experience of it. Some are getting more. Some are born. We're not all equal. See, whatever the Lord has provided for me to be developed and to learn and to understand is the individual. As so far as that for me, whatever yours is, that's for you. So you're not equal to my birth of understanding and what the changes and experiences that I'm going through. Yours is personal for you. Because they like to teach we're equal. Yeah, ain't nobody equal. Not enough. Not enough. That's a trick of Satan. Wrestle not against flesh and blood, but the wiles of the devil, the wild tricks of evil in your mind.
But the 144,000, of course, it ain't the same as the regular 1/3.
No, even before even before the 12,000, who's being resurrected before them? I mean, you said 144,000. I just gave you the number. Who's being raised right before them?
The 12 disciples.
The 12. And where are they at? Right now on the earth. They're being prepared. They're being risen. They might be bums, or drug addicts, crackheads, whores, faggots, and lesbians, whatever. Because all you is the material of the Lord, this creature.
Now, without saying any names, no, you don't have to say no names, but you don't believe any of the leaders in Israel or any of the teachers in Israel. And Israel is very big now.
Yeah.
I don't know, you're not really on the internet like that, but Israel's all over now, awoken.
The country, all the world.
Yeah, and a lot of it came from the One West.
Basically, all came through the One West, but it filtered. The message came, but the bodies are spread all over now.
Right. But do you believe any of the teachers, without saying no names, you ain't got
about the 7?
No, besides the 7 and anybody else on this earth that's going hard, because there's a lot of brothers you don't know. There's a lot of young brothers.
Then I can't give you an account of. I can't give you that answer then.
Yeah,
because there's some that are being risen that I know not of.
Right, like
I'm not there with them, and nor do I see them. Even the physical wouldn't tell you who they are, but the mindset of one that is being risen, of apostle, as one of the 12 apostles, their mind will be clicking.
Right.
They'll be not identified. He's getting the same characteristic and development that I'm getting. But they don't have to be in the same location.
Right. You got but you don't believe any of those is 144,000?
And 7?
Oh, I mean the 12, part of the 12.
Who? Any of those who?
And any of the ones you've experienced?
No.
None of them?
No. Masha, he could be one of the 12, but he'd have to be beyond. But no, he would come back as a baby. So the 12 is being risen now, because they're gonna go into the ships and come back down. Now.
And Masha got to come back out of his loins, right?
The Most High could do it that way too. He could see, we're just spirits. It's not the physical, but see, when you say Masha, you're thinking of the physical body.
Right.
But it's his spirit that is preserved. See, the Most High can take his spirit and put it into a physical body in the heavens, in the ships, and bring it back down. Yeah, he can do it that way too. The spirit is just energy. And see, and when you read Genesis 1 and 26, it said we're made in the image of the Lord. The Lord wants you to be concerned with a physical body that he looks like. Take some letters and add to the word image, and what do you get? At the end of it. Add a few more letters.
Imagine.
That's right. Where do you imagine things at?
Your mind.
Your mind. So what I'm telling you is imagine that might be a possibility. That's how the Lord thinks. The Lord is mental concepts to us. But we're just coming back to learn how to think like he thinks. And I'm giving you a little more, giving you how to look at that word image, because he's not talking about his physical image. He's talking about imagine my imagination of how I'm thinking. And say, is that a possibility? Yes. It could be new to you, but it ain't new to him. And then you get to another word after imagine, you get imagination. Nation means plural. Many, many, many thoughts that he has.
So out of the 7, beside.
Yeah, they could come back.
But you don't believe none of them.
You got Bibbins. You got all of them. That it's still the Most High's will. You got all those dudes that were died in your Hashar. And it's up to the Lord if they come back as the 12 or as the 144,000. See, that's not for us to say. You could say whatever you want to say, but that don't mean that's what the Lord will do.
No, I'm right. I'm just asking. I'm not trying to put it on, but I'm just saying from your experiences that you
with the ones that I know of. That's
right.
What you're saying.
Right.
Yeah. I would imagine the physical right now of the ones that are still here with us. Let me see. It could be.
Well, just know I'm recording, so don't. You know what I mean? Don't keep it clean if you say anything.
You got this recording?
Yeah.
Oh, you saying to name a name?
If you feel anybody fitted the characteristics
you just
of the 12.
Yeah, but don't name.
I mean,
name their names.
No, well, if it's good, yeah, you can talk about it good, but you know what I mean. You know, One West got a lot of old leaven, so I don't, you know what I mean, stir nothing up.
Yeah, but you got that. You got
have the balance.
Negative and positive. So if I'm imagining the positive things of those that was from One West, even though they had the 11 too, I still can imagine the positive that they did as opposed to the 11 that still did past too or present. Yeah. I could say Yaakov's son right now. He would be one of the ones that I would say that would be about.
Yaakov's son?
You know who Yaakov's son is.
Yeah, you won't say his name?
No, the one like you said, I think it's best not to say the name.
So you believe?
Then I'm making the statement that I'm saying it.
Right.
I don't want to be saying I said it.
Right.
That's the Lord
but you say you could see that.
I could see it in my. I could it's a mental thought that I might have
Right.
of who I think. I, not the Lord.
Come.
Mm-hmm.
But
The other ones, that could fit basically I'm not all the 7, but basically some of them. Yeah, some of them, yeah. Even with the 11, like you said, even with the 11.
mm.
Yeah. But then the Lord could also do it this way. You don't have to choose none of them. You can choose the 12 out of the ones that are dead in Christ now, they're in the grave. Then he's reborn them back, and reborn is in the physical. But what part of you is being reborn? Not your physical body, because you know you're not going back up into a womb. But your mind is reborn back to the way the Lord wants us to think as when we was in a consciousness of our power of righteousness, our name, Yasharahlaba. And the power of consciousness of righteousness is not only just the law. It's much more training that the Most High gives you understanding of how He wants you to do things as you being born back again. You're increasing in knowledge, but it's all under the law. But your situation and thoughts is being added and it's coming to you in ways that there are laws within laws, just like the law of the trees and growing of those laws. There's laws within the laws that our laws that have to be understood, that it applies to the laws. But that's a complicated understanding for to teach it, to even teach it.
Come.
Yeah. Because the Most High tells you, He says, my ways are not your ways, my thoughts are not your thoughts. So you can even try to think like Him,
Right.
you still ain't thinking like Him. And He says, I do good for evil and evil for good. He says, nothing I do is He said, everything I do is good for its own purpose. Evil is good for its purpose, because it's created to be evil.
Come.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got some sharp brothers out there now, all right?
Yeah.
You got a brother named Naqam, very sharp young brother. You got, Gorilla Hebrew. Remember I brought Gorilla Hebrew here?
Yeah. And no, you brought him to a picnic over what you call him, buddy. So what's the same place? What's the brother that live over there?
Kazak Rakar?
Yeah, that's where he was, right? You didn't bring him to my apartment.
I brought him here. I
Oh,
believe.
you mean one night that, the camp?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I didn't pay no particular, I don't remember that particular time, put it that way.
Yeah, I brought him through here in Kingsborough. But he's very sharp.
Yeah.
And they expanding. He a young man too. But these brothers are young, and there's another young brother named Ratazan. He's from the West Coast. So Naqam is from Baltimore. He's the leader of Watchmen. You got him, brother Amos, Azariah. They're the Watchmen for Israel, WFI. Then you got Gorilla Hebrew, Sakari. They got the Deacon Hakar.
Where's Zakari? Because Ashley, Zakari's around with Ashes, right?
Yeah, they kind of everywhere. They in Memphis. That's Asher's in Memphis.
Yeah.
So yeah, they in Memphis. But they were based out of Seattle, I believe. Seattle or San Diego. Them two. I know they were big from them two cities, and then they expanded. They got a camp in New York. The same with Watchmen. Then you got the brother Ratazan, who's from Believers of the Way, and they're from the West Coast, Cali. Another young sharp brother. You got a brother named Joel from Sons of Thunder. There's a camp called Sons of Thunder in Atlanta, and that brother's pretty sharp. So there's a new generation now of brothers that's bringing this fire out, man. And they're like that generation. I'm like the gap between the what's left of One West and them. You know what I'm saying? Because what's left of One West is everybody that was basically your peers at one time, because those are the ones that's leading camps now.
Yeah.
You got Priest Kahan, who was before he was Amawanya.
Yeah, I know.
He got
Florida.
the camp in Florida. Lapalaus with him, Lions of Light of Zion.
Mm-hmm.
Then you got
Nathaniel got a whole big camp.
right, yeah, IUIC. Bishop Nathaniel.
Mm-hmm.
Then you got Tahar, GMS.
Yeah, you got Johanna.
Right, Johanna, ISUBK. So that is like the last, like that's from that cloth. Cause I'm not One West. I'm of the seed of One West, but I'm not from. I wasn't there. I came.
Well, I know you came to under people that came farther on One West.
Right, Elder Harrell.
Oh wow.
Right, and but I seen, cause I was remember when I came in, I was a young man, so I seen these brothers that's leaders now evolve to being elders. Cause I remember Bishop Nathaniel in 12 Tribes.
Yeah.
With all them Simeonites. I remember Tahar on 34th Street challenging me on the year 2000. You know what I'm saying? As a young man, and Cornelius, of course. And then, like, I remember these brothers.
Yeah.
Priest Kahan was my camp leader. At one time off the 86th Street camp. So I seen these brothers evolve, but then I seen this new generation. And then of course, you got the Hashars, you got the General Hashars, Priest Zabach. So they're from that cloth as well of the One West. But the new brothers that's coming up is like really powerful, because they can relate to the youth and to what's going on now. Like a lot of the brothers from that part of One West that's left, they still can get down, Priest Daniela and everybody, they still get down, but you could tell is a shift, because these new brothers is rising.
It can be explained another way too. It's more of an extension.
Right. There
of
you
what
go.
Was previous before them. They're extending on what they have learned from the people that came before them. And it's also an evolving. Evolving meaning becoming more into what the Lord wants us to evolve into as Israelites. So, and they're in the next generation that's evolving. You're in that generation that have evolved and more or less not in the generations are different, two different generations, but what the generation you came out of, I came out of, is what they coming out of too. But they're just younger, and they're increasing in the understanding of what the Lord wants them to increase in spiritually, which becomes your physical mind. See, when Israel used the word spirit, they don't really tell you what spirit is in the academical mindset of how you learned it in English, in the academical world of this world. You understand? See, when you just read the word spirit in the Bible, that don't mean nothing to you. But when you say, well, the spirit is consisting of negative and positive energy, meaning to you, your mind, because your mind is what? Thoughts, ideas. That's all the spirit contains. Mind, thoughts, and ideas. That's all in the spirit, but it's in the physical. Now, when you go to class, or when you learned in class, You didn't get the breakdown of the spirit, is meaning it's talking about your conscious mind. They just kept telling you the word spirit. Now you break it on down, because the Lord said in the Bible, speak to them with word easily understood. See, my education comes from an elementary school education in Esau system. To use basic words from the first grade, kindergarten on up, to break it down to your mind, because a lot of our people are ignorant. They didn't go to high school. Or even if they went to high school, they didn't learn shit.
Yeah, I ain't going to
White
high
people
school.
didn't teach them shit.
I dropped out, goddamn.
Yeah, because you weren't learning, you were bored.
Mm-hmm.
Because you could see there was a racist bunch of motherfuckers.
Right.
You understand? Just wasting your time and being suddenly attacking you, the spirit of the demon. But he did it in a nice way, so you could confront him because the Lord would back him. You be getting in trouble. So your spirit, your energy said, let me just leave. And then you went into negative, whether it was drugs or whatever, but you wasn't faced with that racist shit. You was damaging your own self by your own terms. He was damaging you with his mechanism. So you said, I'd rather fuck me up than allow you to fuck me up. In so many words. So yeah.
Yes.
This generation they're learning what you have learned. But they increased their numbers. And they ain't did shit, the Lord did it. The Lord just moved the numbers and like earthwide, yeah, worldwide all over the earth.
Yeah,
and they also, their understanding it is increasing in the consciousness of the power of righteousness and how they can put it into effect and how they can use it. Because a lot of times Israel say, don't ask questions. But when I went to school and started learning on a college level, then I was getting more positive teaching around me because I paid for it and amongst the white people too. So then it's always, whenever you're learning, you're supposed to ask yourself questions. There's 5 words that begin a question. What, who, where, when, and why. Why am I here? Who am I? What am I doing? And how am I doing it? When am I doing it? Where am I doing it? When you answer them questions, when you answer them 5 questions, you know who you get to? You get to the Most High. Because all of those questions, you be running around seeking those answers, you would wind up coming to you as an Israelite quicker than if you was just learning a trade. Because the trade is just going to teach you, come to work and do this shit here. But when your mind start questioning this shit, you're like, wait a minute, what's this here? Why is this black person, this and that? Because when I was reading Greek classics, I bought a set. So I'm reading about Cicero. He was a Roman senator. So I'm reading the senator. So every time he would go to the Senate meeting like they have now, and they discuss the laws and make laws, he had black slaves. And he would always talk to the black slave before he go to the meeting. So my supervisor, one of them was a white older man, right? So I went to him the next day, and I said, Mr. Chapnick, I said, why does Cicero always go check with his slave before he go to the Senate? You know what I'm saying? He's the motherfucking Senate. What the slave know that he don't know? You know what he said? He said, oh, John, and left me. Because he said, he realized that's a smart nigga.
Right.
Because I was questioning, but he didn't give me the answer because he already knew that's their power of rulership. So he didn't want me venturing off into learning more of their system.
Right. They were giving them the wisdom like Joseph giving Pharaoh in Egypt.
Because we had went into we were Israelites, and we had the law. So
Right.
they were learning the law to rule their system from us.
Right.
So the slave was actually an Israelite, but was taken down, but we still knew us as Israel, and we still knew the law. So they were ignorant bastards, and coming out of whatever situation they were coming out of, but the Lord gave them the rulership at the time. So they had to learn from the people that knew.
Right.
The ones they took down.
But see, look, like the information age is so evolving because now you can look everything up on the cell phone.
Yeah.
Everything, you go to Google and you Google any information, any book, any article, anything you want, right? And when we came up, because I know you remember that I was doing it. What you had me doing when we go to Wednesday camp, Saturday camp, mostly Wednesday camp, because mostly Wednesday was just me and you, and I borrow you.
Yeah, when full.
Well, when I was there.
Yeah, full.
And that damn big ass bag full of books.
Yeah.
Goddamn heavy ass bag. That was the heaviest. And if you ain't had no rank or you was the youngest nigga, you had to carry that bag. So a lot of these brothers, they don't know about that.
No.
Cause they can Google. Remember how we used to pull out
their phone.
Right, Babylon Timbuktu. When we used to pull out the book, when we used to pull out 13 tribes and the Bible dictionary and all of that, we had to have that on deck. Now everybody, they'll Google it, they'll say, look, this from the book, page 97 of the book and such, and then they'll read from their phone. So they don't got to carry that bag, so they got it a lot more easier.
Yeah, it's easy access.
Right, and the scriptures say knowledge shall increase in the last days.
Yeah, that's what they're doing. Because the knowledge is readily available in their hand. Boom. I just have to go to the library.
Right, yeah.
Go to the library and go get the book.
And libraries is damn near closed. Most of them is extinct.
They don't use them.
Yeah.
You have to set a special program to get the children in the library.
Right. So I believe this new generation of Israelites, they're taking it to the next level. And even the brothers that was there from, the original One West that wasn't, the top ranking officials that are evolving now to the leaders that they are, they're taking it to, people could disagree with Bishop Nathaniel, General Yohana. They could disagree with GOCC, Elder Rakar. They can disagree with these brothers, but they all putting in great works.
No. You suppose that you have to always keep this concept in mind. We agree to disagree. So you always have the right to disagree. Even if you're wrong and I'm right, you still can disagree. And if you're right, I still can disagree. Because I'm not seeing what you see. So I'm wrong, but I still disagree. So you're in the conversation, see, when you growing up and you learning education and life experiences, you have conversation. You don't get to see your 3 ways of growing when you develop, man. Human growth and development. Physically, you grow in the body. Emotionally, you grow with your feelings. And mentally, you grow with your mind. So now, a lot of teenagers, a lot of ignorant people, they get to a point and they can't figure shit out to resolve it, so they start fighting. Yo, I don't like what you said. You feeling me? You all the you walked into me. Instead of saying, okay, brother, I apologize and walk. No, motherfucker, you hit me. Bro. See, he's not using his mind, he's using his feelings. So now, when we having a conversation, I'm saying, I don't agree with you. And it gotta lead to no fight. And just I don't see what you see. You don't see what I see. We can get up and walk away. Now you gonna beat me down to make me see what you see. Hey, you stupid, I'm still not gonna see it. But that's the level of experience and education that they might have in any individual.
Yeah, so I'm out there, Pops, and I see a lot. And I see how Israel is really. I'm seeing how the prophecies in the scriptures is really unfolding, because everybody, believe it or not, is evolving from the knowledge, even from the way they approach the people now. Because it ain't more of rah-rah now, because now, remember, the world got more feminized.
Yeah.
And these niggas out here they swear they know everything.
They're more intellectual, but they're still more feminine.
Right. They're more intellectual, but they way more feminine. So now you got to deal with them more intellectually, because you're going to chase them away if you just come with the rah-rah.
Right. You can't be rough.
Right.
As, all the time.
Right.
Because they're coming feminine, so you have to adjust yourself, as opposed to the generation you come out of, you was more rah-rah.
Right.
But now you still can go out there, but you checking out the generation that they more the laws of this society and the environment and and the atmosphere or the sensation of it, this permanent vibration on the whole populace of the earth.
Right.
So you have to know that you still have that rough countenance, but to meet them on the same level ground, you have to you're playing. You're not tricking them, but you're coming to the level that they're coming from, without chasing them away, because you're using your mind to seduce them back over to a righteous point of view, even though they're presenting a wicked front from the feminine vibration.
Yeah. So that's what's happening now. So a lot of these brothers that's coming up, they and then soon, you know, they're younger. So a lot of them really didn't come up smoking no weed. A lot of them don't drink too strongly, you know, too much. So their mind is more spongy. So they got more of a remembrance. Like when I teach, I write most of my precepts down, because I go into my lesson. But I'm speaking. When I teach, I'm talking about 4 different subjects, and I tap into everything so I can keep going and it don't get bored. You know what I mean? Because you know there's some boring teachers out there, and you gotta wash your face while they teaching. You know what I'm saying?
You watch their face, and also you listen to their mind. Their mind is presenting.
No, I'm saying you gotta wash your face from falling asleep.
Because
some teachers are so boring. So I tried to patent myself not of that.
No.
Because you gotta keep the people. You gotta. That's what J. Edgar Hoover said. Any black messiahs are gonna be charismatic. So you gotta watch for the charisma in a person. You see what I'm saying? And I know that's what keeps the people in tune, especially that they all mostly have a short attention span.
Exactly. You have to be in, keep your interest.
Right.
You understand? You have to throw in some shock all the time.
Right.
Because when you have to throw in something that catch them off guard, and it's like, what the fuck did he say that for? Right. You just keep on going. But it brings them back when they're ready to sidestep or fall asleep on you. Say, wait a minute, motherfucker, you didn't know about this, blah, blah, blah. Say, well, why is he cursing using the Bible? Yo, mother. Then you go back into the scripture that you want to bring up. But the character of that person is has an effect on the teacher's character, has an effect on the students. That's like Yasharahlaba. Boom, you couldn't. They were constantly trapping him, right? But he was constantly beating them at their own game. Wait a minute. We can't get this motherfucker. They done came together in a big group. They stormed to bring Mary Magdalene there, and they had already planned. We're gonna get this motherfucker tonight, boy. We got her, cause she's a whore, and we know she be broken the law, blah blah blah. And say, yo, you representing God, right? So then, what about this? What about this law on her? She's a whore. She be fucking everybody. So what you say? Do you agree that she broke the law, and what's the punishment? He said, he said, anybody that has not broken the law,
he without sin cast the first stone.
You knock in the fucking head. This motherfucker. Threw the wives down the level. But they all push up and say, we all done fuck the bitch. If they were wicked as hell, even if they didn't fuck her, they've been fucking whores.
Yeah, but we can't put that on Mary Magdalene. It don't say that it was Mary Magdalene.
Oh, who is Mary who?
No, when the whore at the well, it don't say that.
No, they ain't talking about whore at the well. The whore they brought, the Pharisees and the Sadducees.
Yeah.
What was her name? Wasn't that Mary Magdalene?
No, it don't say the name.
You don't say her name?
Nah, that's what a lot of people always said it was Mary Magdalene.
Yeah, I know. You mean tell me I was saying that it was not her, it wasn't her
Nah,
name?
we gotta change that on Mary Magdalene, man.
Oh.
Yep.
Mary Magdalene was who?
That's
Who walked with Christ?
the Christians really push that. It don't say Mary Magdalene at all.
Oh.
You know.
But Israel pushed it too then.
Yeah. Israel pushed a lot of things.
Yeah.
You know, and that's why the knowledge is evolving now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I see certain things that Israel shouldn't have said too.
Right.
But they were learning, so they had not all increased in understanding. It's a gradual point. And like you said, the knowledge was not really available on computers and the internet and on a phone in your hand.
Right. They call the cell phone the smartphone now.
Yeah, I don't even know about that shit.
Yeah, there's the smartphone. It could be smart for you.
Yeah.
It can make a dumb nigga smart.
Mm-hmm.
Jake, you just put in Google and you put whatever you want, any question, anything. You want to make sure your pee-pee stand up. You want to make sure you're not allergic to something. You want to make sure the symptoms that you got is not something that'll make you die.
Yeah.
You know, certain everything you want is in the palm of that phone, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Shall increase.
Yeah, and even being able to, look a person up. You can't find them. You lost their number. You can look them up on Facebook. Try to find them on the internet. See where they at. Put their name in there. Put their old address. See if they pop up. You know what I mean? So they call it the World Wide Web.
Web, yeah.
So it's a web of knowledge of the tree of good and evil.
Yeah. Like a spider.
Tree of knowledge, good and evil. Yeah, man. You know, so, and it's crazy. Everything you can find at the palm of your hand on the phone.
But Masha did that too, because he wanted to increase because he's speeding up Esau's destruction.
Right.
But he's speeding up at the same time our birth. That's why you speaking of the knowledge that Israel is gaining right in the palm of their hand. So they find out quickly worldwide who they are. And they have the information right at their hand to back them up. Nah, I ain't no motherfucking African. Here it is, right here. That's my history, blah, blah. I show you my family line, my people, how we came in captivity, how we was over here, this and that. Nah, motherfucker, you a Hamite, that's you. I ain't it.
Okay. Yeah. Right. That's what I meant to say.
Yeah.
Remember back in the day, brothers used to record the classes and put them on VHS tapes.
Yeah.
So the only way you could get them, those classes, was to buy the VHS tape. And then if you got them and maybe made a copy for somebody else, or burn them when the CDs came out.
CDs later.
You know what I'm saying? That's the only way you really had those classes. Or if public Brooklyn Community Access Television, the public access television, remember BCAT back in the day, they had the one for the Bronx, they had the one for Manhattan. So that's the way you can get the classes. But now, and you ain't selling 100 break videos at a time. And you ain't even selling 100 videos like that.
You ain't selling too much at all.
Right.
Because you go right on the internet, boom.
No, but back then, I'm talking about.
Oh.
You wasn't selling that many VHS tapes.
Yeah, I know.
Some breakdowns brothers will buy. You know what I'm saying? I remember the one of the famous ones was the 12 tribe breakdown between Elder Bunyumyon and Bishop Nathaniel.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But a lot of those breakdowns nobody was buying. But now you record it like what we doing now. You record it and you put it on the internet, and then some channels doing better than others. We building up the Servants channel right now. You know what I mean? But you put a Joel from Sons of Thunder. He got a little 7,000-8,000 views early. Naqam from Watchmen WFI doing about the same amount of numbers, maybe a little bit more. Then you got Sakari, Gorilla Hebrew and them, and they doing numbers. They got multiple channels. You know what I'm saying? And they doing heavy numbers. Like to me, they mastered the algorithm. See, the algorithm on the internet, you got to watch the words you say you can't use anything that goes against the LGBTQ community without getting flagged. Or if you start talking about Amalek and calling them the fake U's, we say U's, so we don't get flagged.
What does flag mean?
They knock the videos down.
Oh.
They say, "Oh, you niggas are speaking hate speech."
Oh.
Or you are anti-Semitic, anti-gay, anti-this, anti-that. So so you gotta watch the wordplay,
right?
Even the titles, right? Because it's censorship.
Yeah,
they're censoring everything, but that's just to show you that they say we live in a democracy and in a freedom of speech, which is total bullshit.
It's always been a lie,
right?
But the masses, they believe what the system says, that they are democratic. But you know better because you're speaking against it, against the Republicans and the democracy, saying it's all bull. But you watching your words because you can't come out and say it the way I just said it.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, so you gotta even when people was getting we don't say the VACCINE. We don't say that on the you can't listen, I'm recording, please leave it alone. We say jab. We say the jab because they was flagging all those videos. They say this is when you speak again, misinformation, miseducation on the subject matter, and they getting at you. You know what I mean? So.
Oh yeah, that's because this is their system.
Right.
They're not gonna allow you to speak against their system, and they're giving it to you free. No, they're saying you could. And in other words, you only supposed to say what we allow you to say.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? Now, you saying what we don't want you to say, you talking about flag. I don't know about that, but anyway,
right.
I'm learning. You know?
Like they ban you.
Yeah, after a while, you wouldn't be able to get on no format.
And then they shadow ban you. Mm-hmm. Shadow ban, you know what shadow ban is?
No.
Shadow ban is where they don't bring, they make your channel and your content, they make your content not visible to the people. Oh. They do everything in there.
They get in the way of you being public.
Right. And because it's all computerized.
Yeah.
So they can do that. All they gotta do is throw some words in there, boom, and it's over.
Yeah. They control that system, so they know how to allow it to be effective,
right?
Or to know how to disinfect,
right?
To destroy it, or to destroy what you're trying to do.
And see the ill.
You don't have that power.
The ill part of it is, like I said, you wasn't selling 100 or 200 VHS tapes.
Yeah.
So now these brothers is getting thousands of views. Then you got other Israelites, because there's many Israelites on the line on the web now doing videos, breakdowns, current events, everything. So when they're breaking stuff down, some of them ain't as big as others. You know, other platforms. Certain platforms are bigger than others. Like, let's say every time Priest Zabach get up there, he gonna do views. He gonna do numbers because people want to hear him. He's a charismatic teacher. The same thing with General Shaw. The same thing with Bishop Nathaniel. The same thing, with Guerrilla Hebrew. Naqam, Joel. All these brothers, like, they want to hear these brothers. So the numbers that they're doing now, or for views, and we know some of them is FBI agents, informants. You got the scoffers. They trying to study our doctrine to come against us. You know, like the Christian apologists and the Egyptologists and the Muslims and the 5%ers. So all these jokers, they watch us to study us to try to break us down in our doctrine and trip us up in our words. Right. So we know some of those views is that. But then a lot of these views is seeds being planted all over the world. And then you got brothers that's doing maybe, 200-300 views. But those numbers is getting, and then you don't know who those people make a copy of the video and send it to.
Yeah, and and by word of mouth, it's the most powerful. They take
Right.
what they said or what you said on your view on the internet or whatever station, and then they're telling their people in some setting that 2 or 3 or 4 of them at, or maybe 10 of them then, and that's in the street.
Right.
Or in whatever group, or even in their gangs. Yo, man, you hear that, brother? Blah, 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 blah. They ain't all on the internet. One might come and say, yo, man, I heard this, blah, 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 blah. And they be like, yeah, man, that makes sense because they're already doing it, but they don't know that it's already on the computer, and maybe they don't have the knowledge of the computer.
Right.
But now when they get about word of mouth, was always the first form of communication.
Yeah, because even people that don't know about it, they'll be like, yo, you checked out that YouTube channel?
Mm-hmm.
You checked out that brother over there? Yo, man, check out this video. And then you start seeing it. Like, there was a brother, there's a story, I remember Priest Zabach used to always say it. He brought up all the time where there was a brother watching twerk videos. You know the twerking?
No.
Where the girls shaking their ass.
Yeah.
It's called twerking.
Mm-hmm.
So this nigga was watching twerk videos, probably playing with himself, and then within the time period, the videos, one of the videos came up and it was a twerking rebuking video. So it was Israelites rebuking the twerking. So he's like, oh shit, what the fuck? You know, he stopped there, sitting there listening. Now that nigga getting rebuked and feeling guilty for watching the ass shake all the goddamn place. You know what I mean? So and that's how the man came into the truth.
Oh my.
He's sitting there watching the videos, and then the algorithm will play because of the word that you put in the title of the video, twerking. So now you hear twerking, but then now these brothers are saying twerking is of the devil. So now that shit is in the algorithm because the computer picks it up. You know what I mean? So now the nigga, he's sinning, but now the nigga seeing his sin be rebuked. So now the nigga paying attention, like, what's going on here? So that's the way that internet work, man. Yeah. And that's why I feel this thing is spreading. Because back when we was, you know, especially when I came in, it wasn't cool to be an Israelite. We wasn't the cool thing.
You mean publicly was?
Yeah, publicly. Nah. Yeah. They like, oh, you with them crazy niggas downtown Fort.
Yes, and screaming.
Yeah, screaming. And cussing.
Attacking everybody.
Right.
Yeah.
And you know, now it's cool because the rappers talking about it.
Yeah.
You know, you got Kanye West, Kyrie Irving.
Yeah,
they talking about it.
Player, you got a lot of entertaining sport players.
Right. And where you think they getting that from?
Right.
They watching us.
Yeah.
They watching the Israelites.
It's just the spirit in them is the same spirit in us, and their spirit of righteousness kicked in. And you have no control over your spirit because that spirit is the Most High spirit. So he's just saying, you're gonna be doing this now. You're gonna go and take this man. I don't care who you are, I think you are Kanye West. But I'm in control of you, Kanye West.
Right.
So you're gonna say what I have to say, even though you had no plan of it, and even though the people that you go up against, they gonna hate your ass, you still gonna do it.
Gone. Yeah, and the Most High worked that way, man.
That's him.
You know, the Most High doing so much right now for Israel. It's crazy how everybody's awoken, man. Like, you hear people, hey, man, you walking down the street, jokers, it be Northern Kingdom. Nigga be like, yeah, I know I'm Simeon. Shalom. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Jokers be like, yeah, I know I'm Benjamin. Mm-hmm. Shalom. And you be like, oh, shit. You know what I mean? And you know them niggas probably just smoking weed, watching the videos. Like, oh shit, look at these niggas. They got the white woman bowing down, kissing their goddamn boot. Them niggas is crazy. Yeah. But those seeds is being planted.
Yeah, that consciousness, yeah.
Right.
They ain't on the level where they're totally conscious of their Israelites, but they know at the beginning of it.
Right.
Yo, I'm not no damn Dominican. I'm Simeon. That may be that's just what they have for that time. It ain't. I don't know everything about Simeon. I know Simeon is one of the 12 tribes. And going back in the history and see I'm Shemai one. And you know all that.
Okay, so that's what's going on that I'm witnessing out here, man, and it's a beautiful thing because the works of y'all elders it paid off, man.
That's the most. See, you have to learn to bring every back to your father.
Right, I'm saying the of course, but the Most High said, "Let your light shine amongst men, so He could get the glory."
Exactly.
So,
but you have to put it into words as much as you put in the word without Him. You have to start to put Him in the word that is when you glorified, when He's glorified, how is He glorified? Through you.
Right.
Right. And what you doing is what He told you to do.
Right.
According to the law. Because it says in the Lord's Prayer, what was it there at the end?
Let your kingdom, let your will be done on earth.
Our Father which art in heaven, holy be thy name, thy kingdom come on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. Forgive us our debts, we forgive our debtors, lead us not into temptation. For thine is the power and the glory. How is He glory? He's saying, that's my glory.
Right.
Well, where does He get this glory from? When you're in the law. Right. On earth, He's being glorified when you, as the nation of Israel, keep the law. Then He's glorified on the earth. That's when the other nations gonna come by and say, "Look, they're the children, they're the holy people." Why? Because we acting according to His laws that He told us to act in. They don't call us the holy people now out in the world, so He's not glorified. You see, then representing the evilness, and what's glorified is the power of evil. But He give us our nation the power of righteousness to be glorified. So there's a difference. The power of evil is glorified, but the power of righteousness, which is us coming out of the cabinet, the children of the 12 tribes, is glorified the power of righteousness. The power of evil has to say they're the holy people, meaning they're the true and righteous power of the righteousness, not us as the evil.